What is up? What is up? What is up, guys? Hit that like button as you guys come in live from the Diddy trial, Lower Manhattan, guys, on a beautiful, beautiful day out here inside New York City. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Thank you to all of the new subs who have been coming through, subbing up to Raze as we talk about this Diddy trial and whether or not Diddy will be found guilty in this Rico sex trafficking racketeering case. Hit the like button. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh man, marvelous day, man. Look, look at that. Look at that. Lower Manhattan, get the lights up, guys. Get the lights up. We're about to walk back over there. We're about to walk back over there near the craziness. Somebody was detained early on, like about an hour ago. Somebody was detained by the police for screaming like an idiot outside the courthouse. And I decided to take a little walk from over there. But we are live. We're gonna walk back over there, post up over there, see who's over there. I seen Attorney Simone looking beautiful over there. That YouTuber, shout out to her. Yesterday we went live a couple of times from out here. And I just want to ask you guys, starting off, did the prosecutors finally prove Rico without a shadow of a doubt? Did they finally prove it? Of course, over the past few weeks of this trial, people have been saying, but where's the Rico? Where's the Rico? I don't see a Rico. I just see DV, domestic violence. Diddy is not on trial for domestic violence. Where is the Rico? Raze. Well, you guys believe yesterday with the testimony that came out of the security guard that worked at the Intercontinental Hotel, the place where Diddy beat up Cassie. He said Diddy paid them off $100,000 to get that video given to Diddy. $100,000 cash. Diddy said, look, if that video gets out, it's going to destroy my life, maybe, or ruin my life. I need that video. Now, the guy made a copy of the video and gave it to Diddy. And then somehow, some way, it got sold to TMZ, the other copy. Diddy only thought it was only one copy. The guy signed the NDA, non-disclosure agreement. He did not deposit the money inside the account. He said he bought like a $30,000 car. He split the money with a couple of other security people. And he did not pay taxes. Is that Rico? Does that prove Rico, guys? Has the feds already won? Is it a done deal that those 12 jurors are going to convict Diddy in this federal racketeering trial? Hit that like button, guys. Is Ray J convinced? Is Ray J convinced? Because remember, hit the like button, guys, as you guys come in. Ray J said, wait a minute. The feds have been adding on charges, and maybe, just maybe, Diddy should have been charged with something else.
I feel like it's becoming a circus act for stuff that doesn't make any sense for what Diddy's being charged for. I mean, there's a lot of bad things happening, and we all agree with that. But a Rico racketeering, sex trafficking, like, I've been with Diddy a long time. And if I haven't seen any of these kind of heinous acts happening, then where was I when it was happening? If you told me that the Kardashians was being charged for racketeering, I might believe it. But Diddy, sex trafficking, and all these other extra things, like, it's, to me, knowing him, knowing the situation, being around with most of the people that's testifying, you know, I just feel like there's somebody at the top who's making a statement, who's making a point. I'm sure Diddy got the point. free Diddy, he got the point. He's chilling now.
That's not how it works.
I mean, man, I know I get it, but I'm just keeping it real. Like, it's not okay to throw something extra on a man when the charges could have been something totally different.
The charges could have been something totally different, according to Ray J. Are you guys thinking the same as Ray J still today? For those that did agree with Ray J, does Ray J still feel the same after yesterday's testimony that we seen inside the courtroom? Hit the like button, guys. Hit that like button. The Feds finally prove it. Let me get to some of y'all chats early, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Anybody new to the channel, we're about to take a walk over there. Let's see. Fresh Outlaw says no. No. Oh, no. Fresh Outlaw. You said no, then yes. No. All right. No, they didn't prove it. Or yes, you agree with Ray J. Or yes, you don't agree. I don't even know. I'm getting confused. But shout out to you, Fresh. Anonymous says sunny day in New York City. Yes, beautiful day out here. Pathfinder, hey Raze, I've been watching Gene for 7 years. It's about Gene Deal, guys, the former security guard for Diddy. When started talking about P. Diddy, he knows the true story. Gene Deal, he was out here yesterday, actually. I didn't see him today yet, but Gene Deal was out here yesterday. The Pookie Travel Network, aka Passport Bros, is trash. Razor said, F this travel stuff. I'm turning into a media journalist. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I'm doing both. Of course, the travel space is my main thing on the channel, but I like to mix it up, especially now since the Diddy trial is in session. And I say, hey, why not come out here and cover the Diddy trial? You know what I mean? I've been covering it anyway from my mama's basement. I said, what the hell? Let me come on outside. A nice, beautiful day. Nice, beautiful day, you know. It's some beautiful women out here too, guys. So for any Passport Bros that are watching this, come raise up a chick out here. You know, these chicks got money out here. Man, hit that like button, though, guys. Hit that like button. You know, thank you everybody who has been donating over the past few days. Like I said, Stacks 82. Thank you for that Cash App donation. I appreciate you. No, they didn't prove jack. One love. And we got some updates because right now somebody is testifying. A forensic video scientist is testifying. The Diddy's team is trying to, I guess, get a mistrial because they're saying the prosecution doctored the video of Diddy beating on Cassie. They sped it up to make Diddy look more violent than it actually was. So they are talking about, was this played at 10 speed or they're going back and forth right now in there because right now Diddy's team is trying to set up for a mistrial. They want a mistrial because they think that the prosecutors, or they trying to put out there that the prosecutors were playing funny games with that video. You understand what I'm saying? So let's take a walk over here. Let's see what's going on. Like I said, somebody was you know, putting handcuffs earlier on, like an hour ago, for yelling around the courthouse, you know, acting a fool. But hit the like button, guys, as we head over here. Let me show y'all. See, this is on stream, y'all, so I gotta press that button. Let me see, press this camera so I can show y'all the other side, other way. All right, downtown Manhattan, lower Manhattan. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button as we walk over here. I don't want to get hit by a bike. You can get hit by a bike over here. Look at it. Look at these bikes coming. If you just paying attention to the cars, you will get knocked the hell out by one of these bikes. And they can do damage, guys. That is the court right there. We're just gonna come around and walk around, go to the other side. Try to get a little shade also, guys. As we analyze, I'm gonna tell you guys, I think over the weekend, Friday, Saturday. Well, Friday, Saturday was good days, and Monday for the Diddy defense because Brian Steele, Diddy's attorney, he put on the show. He pounded Mia. He pounded her in front of the jury, and the jury, according to people that was inside the court, said the jurors were applauding the job that Brian Steele was doing, who is Diddy's attorney, applauding. And everybody was like, well, the tide is turning for Diddy. Diddy is winning. At least he won Friday and Monday. You know, at least he won Friday and Monday. But then there was a running. The security guard was granted immunity from that hotel we spoke about, and he ratted everyone out. $100,000 paid to Diddy. Well, Diddy paid him $100,000. Diddy paid him $100,000. Now, you could say that that's bribery. That's bribery, that payout. Now, security guards wasn't a police officer, so it's not bribing a police officer, but it was potentially stopping a investigation of a crime, which was assault to Cassie. Now, Cassie said that she was not going to pursue charges. According to the testimony, the security guard FaceTimed Cassie, and Cassie said, no, she's not pursuing charges, so don't worry about it. She just wants this to go away. So Diddy gladly paid the $100,000 to the guy. The guy had talked to his supervisor. He said, look, I got to talk to him. And then the supervisor said, hey, ask him for 50 grand. Diddy gave 100 grand. Told him to not make big purchases, do not put it in the bank. So the guy didn't. He split the money. Gave the supervisor 50 grand, and then gave another worker there 30 grand. So basically ratted them out. Was that a crime though? Now, he said he didn't pay taxes on it. Like, I guess that's a crime. That's definitely going to be a crime. Bribery falls under the Rico. Did they prove Rico with that alone? Now, there was the chief financial officer testimony, which I'm going to get into that in a few minutes, which probably proved Rico. That's why people were celebrating that want Diddy to go down. Or is it still a stretch? Is it still overreaching by the federal prosecutors to say that this is a federal racketeering trial and that this is not Rico? The charges should have been different, like Raze said. Was Raze right? Raze, you see how Raze threw the Kardashians under the bus though? He said, hey, if this is the Kardashians hit with the Rico, he would believe it more than Diddy. Yeah, I believe that the Kardashians would be more of a Rico trial than Diddy. Hit that like button, guys. We're gonna walk over there to the other side. It's being like kind of chaotic over there. So, you know, like I said, somebody got put in handcuffs like an hour ago. You know, you get crazy people over here at this trial, whether it be inside the courtroom or outside. Like I said, the lady yesterday, she made a scene. She had to be escorted out of the court. They have been 3 content creators from inside the courtroom and from outside the building because of the alleged doxing of Mia, who was testifying under anonymity. Only the jurors knew who she was, but there was a content creator in there that doxed her, and they have banned 3 content creators from the courtroom. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Anybody new to the channel? Covering the Diddy trial. Let's see. Drew says, if we look at the definition of bribery, the security person at the hotel is not considered an official or other person in charge of a public or legal duty. Like, yeah, because I was saying this yesterday. Well, technically, he's not a police officer, so he's not bribing a police officer. And technically, Cassie did not file charges, and there was no police investigation, right? So they did not obstruct a police investigation because there wasn't one at that moment, right? The devil was in the details, guys. You gotta hit that like button. The devil is in the details. There was no, and I'm not trying to be a defense attorney, but there was no, and I had no clue what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to use some common sense. But technically, there was no uh, case started, right? Cassie said she was not going to press charges. So they wasn't hiding anything technically from the police that were actively doing a case, right? Now, if the police had started a case in an investigation and you did that, then yeah, definitely illegal, 100%. But I don't, since the security staff did witness a assault, were they supposed to automatically hand it over to the police? I don't know that. Like I said, I'm no legal expert. That's why I'm here talking to you guys, trying to get your guys' point of view of all this. Yeah, Raze are not bribery. Diddy was trying to save face and reputation, says Drew. One Love, one of the women in this trial did the exact same thing to Weinstein for money. Harvey Weinstein, of course, got convicted, sentenced to 23 years, one case, another 14 years to another case, for another case, and he is doing a retrial, I think, for the one for 14 years. That was state charges. People are saying that maybe Diddy should have been charged with assault, domestic violence, courtesy of the state, somehow, and not Rico. But like I said, I asked, did they prove Rico? Checking in says Hot Wayne. Hot Wayne, did they prove? Hey, did they prove Rico in your eyes so far, Hot Wayne? Zerg, drink that lactate. I need that winter rent by yesterday. My air conditioning bill is about to be crazy, says Zerg. Drew says, them chicks at the courthouse are likely unemployed, like the chicks that sit at home and watch Maury Povich and Price is Right all day. No, they didn't prove Jack. Let me see. Hit that like button. We're about to walk over here, see what craziness is going on around here, because I got some notes though. I got some notes that's going on inside that courtroom right now. But like I said, I think yesterday the prosecution won. They won. I mean, you got to give it to them. They won. Also, the CFO testified, guys, and this is important too. This is why I'm saying, did the feds actually prove Rico on at least one with the bribery, alleged bribery, or some people want to call it bribery or not, with the hotel security staff, or this one? Now, do y'all guys remember 2 weeks ago, right? Cassie's mom testified on inside this very courtroom that that Diddy blackmailed her, and Cassie said, if you don't pay me $20,000, I'm going to release the free court videos of Cassie to the public, which of course is going to be very embarrassing, right? Now, she wired money to Diddy, according to the CFO, the chief financial officer of Bad Boy. He confirmed that yesterday during testimony, $20,000 wired from her account to Diddy's Bad Boy Records account for blackmail, basically, if you believe the testimony of the mother. So why, and I believe it, because why else would she send $20,000? Now, that's a crime, right? Blackmail. Now, he used Bad Boy Records as the bank account for that money to be transferred. The feds say that he's used Bad Boy Records as a front for his criminal enterprise, accepted money underneath the Bad Boy Records bank account, and the feds accuse him of using Bad Boy Records as a criminal front for his criminal enterprise. Is that Rico racketeering right there? Does that prove it? That he used his criminal enterprise as a front to collect money in a crime, a bribery. If y'all guys believe the mother's testimony, which I don't see why. I mean, she would lie about that. That's another big one. That's why I was saying. That's why I'm saying. I don't know about you guys. That's what I'm saying. I'm being fair. I think the prosecutors won yesterday after a couple of bad days. I think the prosecutors got a victory yesterday. I don't know about today. We're going to see about the follow-ups today. I got some notes. The court won't be let go. The jury won't be let go until like about 3:30, 4 o'clock today. So it's some more testimony to come. And I'm going to tell you guys who else is going to be testifying, which may help the prosecutors also, once again. Giving witness immunity to commit perjury isn't justice. It's the same thing. Do to convict us. It's all diabolical. So you're saying all these witnesses that got that's getting immunity is messed up. They should probably be co-indicted conspirators and not given immunity just to get one guy, Diddy. There is a point to be said right there. That's kind of like what Suge Knight was saying. Probably not fair, and that's when Trump might step in, because Trump said, look, if he feels that somebody was treated unfairly, he may step in and give the pardon, guys. He may step in and give the pardon.
And this is more of a big six question, but back when you listened to The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of, that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know, he didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So it's not a popularity contest. So, I don't know, I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Mr. President,
Yeah, guys, it hit the like button. That was Donald Trump right there. So Diddy has that card to play in the event that he is convicted. Continue to just say, hey, we've been treated unfairly, Trump, we was treated unfairly, Trump, overcharged, Rico, the government overreaching their authorities, and hit that like button. And like I said, another witness is going to testify later on today that will be given immunity because she pleaded the fifth. I'm going to get into that in a minute, and maybe walk on to the other side. You know, we see LEO, law enforcement officers. All right, let's walk over to the other side, guys, and let's see what's going on. Other side of this Diddy trial. Hit that like button, guys, as we walk over. See what madness is going on over here. It's been a chaotic morning already. Like I said, somebody put in handcuffs over here for screaming, yelling nonsense in front. Let's see. Like I said, shout out to Attorney Simone, looking good, fine, but for fine self out here. He was just out here. doing her live. Keep the lights up though, guys. Diddy trial. I saw the mother, Diddy's mom. She entered the courtroom earlier today to support her son Diddy. Get the lights up, guys. Get the lights up. See what's going on over here. I got some notes to tell you guys though, who's another person for the prosecutors that might have some damning testimony. We'll see how the Diddy defense cross-examines her though, but she will be getting immunity. I'm gonna read to you what's going on with her. Hit that like button. Diddy trial. Nice. Hot sunny day. The lights up. The lights up. Lights up. Lights up. Everybody is out here. Trial of the century, guys. Trial of the century, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Trial of the century. Like I said, I got some more notes. Another female will be testifying. She will be testifying and giving immunity. Everybody is flipping. Everybody is flipping on Diddy. And it said, as you see the media across the street right there, all those tents. Everybody want a piece of this. Everybody want a piece of Diddy. Pause. Ah, man. Hit that like button. The lights up. Raise your raise, be alive. Everybody want a piece. The Diddy trial. Let's post up over here. Let me read y'all guys some notes. It might not be looking good for Diddy today also. It's gonna depend on the cross-examination of Diddy's lawyer, you know, Brian Steele, on a lady named Briana. What's up, man? I'm gonna post up right here, guys. Hit that like button. Let me post up, put up my chair real quick. Hit the like button. Let me see. Viagra liquor is why Diddy is in court. The company he sued says one love. Okay. Okay, but he has to listen. At this point, at this point, it really, you know, don't matter why he was, you know, I mean, about that whole liquor thing. He has to beat these charges. You know, he has to beat them. I know what you're saying about the whole liquor thing, but at this point, he's just trying to beat this right now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hit that like button. The lights up. Let me post up right here. Give me a second as I post up, guys. that like button, guys. Guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Live for the Diddy trial. Live for the Diddy trial. Got some notes. I'm gonna I got some notes I'm going to talk to you guys about this Briana person that's about to testify later on today. Granted immunity. I know some people's like, that's messed up. These people are getting immunity and this and that, but that's the way the feds are playing. That's the way the feds are playing, guys. They playing to win. You know what I'm saying? The feds are playing to win. The feds are not playing. The feds are not playing. The feds want Diddy's head on a platter. Hit that like button. Raze, did you wear your free Diddy t-shirt? Hey, they didn't pay the $20. I didn't get the $20. Here's my $20 for that. Here's my $20. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button now, guys. Salute to everybody watching. Live from the Diddy trial. Did the feds prove Rico already? Is Diddy done? Is he done? Is Diddy done? Is there no hope left for Diddy? All right, guys. So let me read to you guys some stuff that I found. Hit that like button though, guys. Live for the Diddy trial. Briana is going to be a big witness. Like I said, right now they're inside talking about the whole camera about the beatdown of Cassie and whether or not they doctored that, the prosecutors doctored that. They're trying to get a mistrial of Diddy's team, but I don't think that's going to work at all. The forensic scientists from the testifying said no, there was no doctoring of that video, you know. But let's see. Now, Briana, guys. All right, this is from CNN. Witness Briana Bot Bolin will testify under an immunity order. That damn immunity order. I know, because she pleaded the fifth. Now, you know when you plead the fifth, you plead the fifth so you won't incriminate yourself, right? Prosecutor said, okay. We're right up in immunity order. The judge said, he will sign it. Meaning, any testimony that Briana brings into the courtroom today, she's going to have immunity. She's going to have immunity. So, I'm trying to see what's going on over there. All right. So, witness Briana says, well, this is going to happen today, right? She's going to get her immunity. All right. She is expected to be called to the stand later today. Has been brought in to the courtroom to invoke her Fifth Amendment right to not self-incriminate. She'll testify under an immunity order like George Kaplan and Eddie Garcia, two other former aides that worked for Diddy. I mean, they are flipping them. They are flipping them, and they are ratting. They are ratting Diddy out. All right. The judge, Aaron, will sign an immunity order compelling her to testify. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what it is according to the Washington Post. Briana was sworn in, but she won't be testifying immediately because she has invoked her Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. All right. While on the stand, it needs to wait for the judge to grant an order of immunity, which happened. All right. All right. Now, this lady is a friend of star prosecution witness Cassie Ventura and has claimed that an enraged Sean Diddy Combs once dangled her off a high-rise balcony. Her testimony is expected to include accounts of illicit drug use. Now, more violence, guys. This is more violence. Hit that like button. This lady that has been given immunity is going to testify about drug use, I guess, given to her and Cassie by Sean Diddy Combs. She is going to talk about an incident in which allegedly he held her up high, dangling off a balcony. I guess she feared for her life. I don't know if she made a police report, but we'll see, you know, how these things go. I doubt she did. So we have in another situation of Diddy now allegedly behaving like Suge Knight. Now, you know the story of Suge Knight and Vanilla Ice, right? Vanilla Ice supposedly owed Suge Knight some money, and Suge Knight, according to Vanilla Ice, you know, remember the white rapper back in the MC Hammer days, said that Suge Knight dangled him outside the window by his legs from high above. So according to this lady, Briana, Diddy did the same to her like Suge Knight did to Vanilla Ice. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Now, this is going to be more than likely more testimony that's probably don't have really any real hardcore evidence besides her word versus Diddy's word. And we'll see how Brian still cross-examines. But still, it's going to show more alleged abuse and violence courtesy of Sean Diddy Combs, guys. Let me see what y'all are talking about in the chat. Everybody hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Anybody new? I still say the Knicks are insane for firing Coach Tom Thibodeau. I did a live on that yesterday. My rant. No police reports, yet all these crimes committed, says One Love. Now, of course, I already know what she's gonna say. She feared for her life, blah blah blah. You know that. You know the usual. That's why she didn't go to the police. That's why she didn't go to the cops. Diddy intimidated her, using his power and influence. The head of Bad Boy Records, the place that the feds are calling a criminal organization that Diddy used as a front actually for his criminal schemes. Hit that like button though, guys. It's gonna be interesting. It is gonna be interesting, and it's gonna be. I want Brian Steele. I want to see Brian Steele cross-examine her. I think he'll be put up here to cross-examine her, especially if she doesn't have any police reports that Diddy dangled her. He'll likely ask her why she hung around, why she stayed around. Did she tell Cassie to leave Diddy? You know, the usual. But this stuff is piling up, guys. I gotta admit, all of these witness testimonies, how are those 12 jurors taking in, absorbing all this information? You need all 12 jurors to come to a decision, and all of them must say guilty. on something. Whether it be sex trafficking, racketeering, something. We all know the feds have a 95% conviction rate, victory rates with these cases. Diddy is the underdog right now because of that. He had a couple of good days, Friday and Monday, but the prosecution is bringing the heat with the Rico right now. But it seems like right now they're about to get back to their abuse once Briana takes the stand. She might be on stand right now. I don't know. I gotta get some update inside. Shout out to you, Penton Charles. Let me see who's in this building right now. Let me see who's in this building right now. My job is bringing you, Risky Lizard, this Diddy trial. Oh, and the sexy Simone is outside. That's my job right now. And your job is to sit down and watch Raze flex. Pause. Let's try to get that. Let me show you what's going on over there. I got some more notes for you guys, but let me show y'all what's going on over there. Everybody's coming out right now. I guess they're on break again. Let me put the camera. See, when you on StreamYard, doing the whole camera stuff is a little different than. Let me go to that right there. All right, see what's going on. There's a crowd building up over there a little bit, but I guess it's because everybody's coming out. Attorney Simone coming up on us right here, the sexy Attorney Simone. Check out her channel. Hit the like button though, guys. Gotta hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not gonna really get updates. You gotta hit the notification bell too, guys. You gotta hit the notification bell too, not just the like button. God damn it! Anybody new? Subscribe to the channel. Raze, please. You know what I mean? You gotta subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. He said the media people piled up across the street. Beautiful day out here. Beautiful day out here in Manhattan. Let's see what else. All right, this witness who is going to be testifying, this is at least the third government witness to get immunity for their testimony. The others were George Kaplan, a former personal assistant to Combs, who talked about witnessing physical violence and fetching drugs for his employer, and Eddie Garcia, a security worker who accepted $100,000 in cash for surveillance footage showing Combs beating Ventura Cassie in 2016. Now that $100,000 payout is going to be it's going to be very interesting to see how the jury interpret that $100,000 payout. We all know it was a bribery, but was it illegal because there was no case? There was no police case at that time, and Cassie said she wasn't going to press charges. Now we know, Diddy is a schemer. He's shiesty, very shiesty. We know why he wanted that tape, confiscated. We know that. He didn't want that getting out there. He beat her up. He can't deny it. I think it's going to be a photo finish for this verdict because I don't trust all the 12 jurors. I don't trust all 12. All you need is one to say not guilty. All you need is one to say not guilty. And in case with celebrities like this, you just never know. Let's see. All right, key testimony from Combs' accusers in court so far. As additional testimony from one of Sean Diddy Combs' accusers is expected in court today, here's a reminder of the testimony we've heard so far from other accusers, including Sean Combs' former girlfriend Cassie Ventura, and a former employee under the fake name Mia. Remember, Mia has been doxxed though by a content creator, a YouTuber. So you know, Holmes is facing charges including racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. And if convicted, he could face up to life in prison. He has pleaded not guilty. Will those 12 jurors, knowing all this, will they find them guilty? Now, they are not responsible for the sentencing, of course. Judges. Will Puff Daddy be put behind bars for life? Cassie Ventura's testimony. Ventura answered questions for nearly 20 hours over 4 days toward the start of the trial. She testified about threats, drug use, and violence, including an alleged R-word as assault. She was subjected to throughout her relationship with Sean Diddy Combs. She told the court about alleged drug-fueled sex performances known as freak offs that Combs would organize and she would participate in. Legal experts say while there are still more witnesses slated to take the stand, Cassie's testimony is foundational. Hit the like button, guys. As this annoying siren is pulling up on us. This annoying siren is pulling up on us. Now, ex-employee Mia, the former employee, testified for 3 days and recounted multiple alleged incidents of physical, emotional, and abuse by Combs. The court heard she sent loving messages to Combs in recent years, which she explained by saying she was still under Combs' grip psychologically and was brainwashed. Hit the like button. That guy's gotta hit that like button, guys. Down here, they be having marriage ceremonies on the court steps over here, guys. All right. Now, here's one thing interesting that got dug up. Now, I don't know. I think it's just interesting. This was being, remember Cassie had a BET performance which went bad and people were trolling her. And now Diddy made a comment on it. And let me just play this. I think this is just interesting how Diddy responded to the comments bashing Cassie's performance back in the day when she first started performing as a music artist. This was Diddy's response in this interview with him and Cassie.
Granted, she had a whack show, but she also got the hottest song in the clubs, and she ain't never gonna give up because she down with Bad Boy. Every show she'll keep getting better and better and better. That's what life is all about. So all you haters out there, kiss my motherfucker. All you friends and family, you know I love you guys. But anybody's down with the Bad Boy family, they down with me for life, and we there for them. But it's important that you know that I ain't going easy on her butt. We gonna make sure that next time y'all see her perform, that she gets better that time, and the next time, and the next time. But that's life, boys and girls. Some days you do good, some days you do bad. So I heard about a whole lot of criticisms online. I think she has too. And to be honest, we agree with some of your criticisms. There's always room for improvement. And at Bad Boy, we stick with our artists till they improve. She's a human being.
All right, I just seen, pretty much Diddy throwing her under the bus as a artist, and I don't know. That's probably why he didn't release more albums. I don't know. He had a 10-album deal, only like one got released, right? Or 10 years. She had a 10-year deal. I don't know. Hit the like button, though, guys. He just threw her under the bus back in the days for that performance. Man, see. The lights up, the lights up. Hit that like button, guys. 75 years in jail for Diddy says, pay attention. She was an adjustable 4. You saying Cassie wasn't adjustable for? You know you would have. You know you would have got with. Y'all be lying. Y'all know if Cassie called y'all to go to those freak offs, y'all would have went. Lord, y'all didn't know Diddy was going to be around in a robe and a mask. Lord, y'all knew he was. If Lord, y'all didn't think he was going to be around hiding in the shadows in a bathrobe and a mask. Y'all would have went to get the Cassie back in the days. Y'all fronting, y'all lying. I know y'all lying. 99% of you guys would have got with Cassie back in the days. Stop fronting. Y'all guys be faking jacks. What up, Jack Black? Salute to you. She was dick walking by. Yeah, it's a bunch of females out here. A lot of females out here. A lot of females out here. If y'all want to raise up some chicks, come out here and get some chicks with some money. And these chicks that work inside their court building. Make 6 figures, guys. Hit that like button, LA Wilkes. Since you shout out to LA Wilkes in this channel. Subscribe to LA Wilkes channel once again. Then Black Line, he's gonna be covering this trial also. Like I said, we're gonna be covering this trial until the verdict is finally read. I think it's gonna be a photo finish. I think it might go to the way like the OJ trial when people thought that, well, OJ got to be found guilty, right? And then all of a sudden, not guilty. I mean, it might, because when you have a celebrity on trial like this, that's what happens. Stuff like that. What up? Who's what? Who the phone? Oh, Diddy. You know Puff Daddy? Bad Boy Records, P. Diddy? Diddy. Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy, yeah. Yeah, he's in there. He don't know who that is. He's very confused. But he probably just came here from probably Cuba or something. They're like probably Cuban. Hit that like button, guys. Said, you see, Cassie fresh out of shower, natural hair, makeup is a solid 5. I say a hung jury says one love. The fake Rico was in the building. It's all about will the jury want to help. Now somebody is pulling up right now. I don't want to really leave my seat because somebody is pulling up. But let's walk over there though. I'll take my bag. I don't want to. Somebody is pulling up and about to exit. Oh, are they already exited? Who is that? I don't know. Let's see what's over there. Somebody's pulling out the van. Going inside the van. Side up. Somebody just took off. Missed that. Okay. I don't know who went inside that van, but somebody went inside that van. Like I said, I seen Diddy's mom pull up earlier. All right, guys, there's some other news also. Transactions from Cassie Ventura's father to Combs point to possible illegal conduct. Legal expert says, according to CNN, this is about the $20,000 that was paid by Cassie's mom to Diddy's Bad Boy Records account. According to the CFO, the chief financial officer that testified yesterday, that could be trouble. That could lead to trouble for Diddy as far as proving a Rico. That's why I asked you guys, has the feds proven Rico? I think it was a good day for the prosecutors yesterday. After a couple of bad days, I believe the prosecutors won yesterday, for sure. Bank statements revealing a $20,000 transaction from Cassie Ventura's father, Roderick Ventura, to Sean Diddy Combs Stone during Combs Enterprise former head of finance Derek Ferguson's testimony points to possible illegal conduct. Misty Maris, trial attorney and CNN analyst. During Ferguson's testimony, the jury saw December 2011 banking statements for Combs' bank account for his Alpine, New Jersey home. Records show the account transferred $20,000 to Cassie Ventura on December 14th and an incoming wire transfer from Broderick Ventura for $20,000 on December 23rd. The records also show that the same amount was then returned to Cassie Ventura's father's account on December 27th. So it's looking like Diddy actually returned the money to. So they sent the money to Diddy for allegedly blackmailing, saying, "I'm going to release the freak-off videos of Cassie, your daughter, if you don't send me $20,000." But it looks like he sent the money back to the account, to the parents' account on December 27th. After receiving $20,000 on December 23rd. Now, this makes us look back to Cassie Ventura's mother's testimony, where she was asked by Combs for $20,000 in exchange for not putting out explicit videos of Cassie. And because she thought Combs was going to hurt her if he did not receive that $20,000. So there you have a business transaction through the company that links directly back to what would be considered illegal conduct, Maris explained. I mean, that's big right there. I mean, that's why I say, just on that alone, I believe the prosecutors got a big victory yesterday. Now, it depends on how the jurors, I can't see how the jurors can't see this as a victory for the prosecutors. I don't, but yes, I do see that the prosecutors won. But that type of link speaks to the prosecutor's case, where they say Combs' businesses are just a front for this criminal enterprise and racketeering activity committed in furtherance of him and his desires. I'm seeing that link start to come to fruition, she said, which is a Rico. You know? She's a willing participant, not a victim, says let's see. Reading book says, not a supporter of Diddy. He's either going to be released or put in prison for 25 years. Yeah, I mean, hey, those are the two options. Either get found guilty or not guilty. Jail or not, or no jail. Prison or no prison. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. You guys gotta hit that like button, guys. We are live for Diddy trial. Heavy media presence out here. Trial of the century. Get the lights up. Gotta get the lights up. Trial of the century right now. 21st century. Let me see. Shout out to you, Reading Books, for joining us. Anybody new to the channel, we are live in front of the Diddy trial. Bringing y'all up to date on what's going on inside. Cassie has never been a 10, with or without makeup. Man, y'all guys are brutal to Cassie.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
You guys are brutal to Cassie. You're giving her a break for looks and not caring for her ordeal. I care about her ordeal. Like I said, if this was a domestic violence abuse case and I was in a jury, I would find him guilty.
We lost a couple.
I mean, but unfortunately, she didn't press charges, and I mean, what am I gonna do about that? Like if you were to if you were to say he was on trial for abuse and she pressed charges and this was, you know, I would find him guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I? I mean, she went through some stuff. Now you can say she went back to him willing to participate and everything, but the abuse was there, the beatdown was there. So just the assault alone, you know, you can find him guilty. Let's just say after that hotel incident, she went to the police and they got the camera footage and they went to trial. Yeah, that would have been the easy assault case right there. But unfortunately, she didn't. She didn't press charges. I mean, what do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I'm just watching, just like everybody else, trying to figure out, you know, will these RICO racketeering charges stick? Now, like I said, I think there is a case to be made that they have proved some type of RICO, that $20,000 wire that was sent. Now, how much the jury really takes to that testimony, how much the jury really cares about that? Will they be willing to give him 15 years of life in prison? But a judge is going to do the sentencing. But I mean, will the jury say, all right, that's a smoking gun? That's evidence right there of RICO racketeering, using the business as a front for his criminal enterprise. Let me see if there's some updates coming from the court as we speak right now. I'm going to check for you guys. Coming inside that courtroom. Let me see. Right now, get that lights up. Anybody new to the channel, sub up. Yeah, look what's going on. If you can pay $50 million bail, you can get a pardon. So now they're bringing in the Trump thing again. If you get more than 25, good, but no yet. We all assuming what he should get. Not you, man. Others, I never assumed people reporting. Get a pardon or buy a pardon. I'm quite sure he don't mind. He don't mind. He'll pay. He'll pay. She's not a victim to some either. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. I'm about to have a new update. What's going on inside that courtroom? Like I said, they were they were going back and forth with a video expert about whether or not they doctored that Cassie beatdown video or not. The Diddy team was trying to get a mistrial because they saying that the prosecutors somehow they were playing, you know, with that video, speeding up the video, making it seem like Diddy's attack on Cassie was more vicious than it was. Remember, the Diddy defense team said, look, he was just trying to recover his phone. Cassie had took his cell phone, and, you know, Diddy got mad. He lost his cool, went overboard, and this and that. You got to get them lights up, guys. Got to get them lights up. What up, man? You all right? What's up? Oh, word? How did you like it? Cartagena, right? You good? Yeah, y'all appreciate it, man. All right. Yeah, man. Salute, man. Salute to you. Shout out to him. He said he been to Colombia based on my videos. My epic Colombia Cartagena playlist. Y'all gotta go ahead and that's why you guys subscribe to the channel because we still do the travel stuff also, guys. Shout out to my guy Dana Travels. He was just out there inside Cartagena for his birthday. You guys subscribe to my guy Dana Travel channel also. So it's cool to see guys come up to me and say, hey, what up? I've been here, been there because of you, your channel. So shout out to that guy. He's here at the Diddy trial, also covering this. It's good to get a vacation too, guys. You guys get your passports, take a vacation. I'm quite sure after this trial, if Diddy gets off, he's gonna take a vacation using his passport too. Might join Russell Simmons out there in Bali, Indonesia, and never come back. There's no extradition treaty out there. Just in case they try to bring state charges. He'd be safe in as a next door neighbor to Russell Simmons out there in Bali, Indonesia. Raze, because of all your videos, people are causing inflation in Cartagena. That was Biden. I blame Biden, not Raze's video. Man, I blame China for that inflation, that worldwide inflation. I blame China. Not Raze videos causing inflation in Cartagena, the clock tower. Club Delirium. Hit the like button, though, guys. Let's see what's going on inside that courtroom. It's been a while. Let me see some updates. We get some updates from CNN. What's going on inside there? Let me see. It's close to it. I believe 15 or 16, but let me see officially. All right, day 15 was yesterday. So today, day 16. Salute Ray Elroy. How you doing? Salute Ray. Hit the like button, guys. Check out Ray Elroy channel too, guys. Another guy for the travel space up in here. Interested in the Diddy trial. The travel space, the Paso Bros, black men, they knew Diddy growing up. Puff Daddy in a Bad Boy family, Biggie Smalls, Mace. So it overlaps. Now, let's get some of this. Let me see. Now, not altered. Piazza, who was the guy that was testifying, Piazza testified that the Intercontinental Hotel surveillance footage of the March 2016 incident where Combs is seen physically assaulting his former girlfriend Cassie was not manually altered. Piazza said he slowed the footage to real time because a technical file converting process inadvertently sped up the video. The jury was shown the footage during Piazza's testimony for at least the 8th time since the trial started. All right. Piazza also testified that he enhanced what he described as 10 sex videos and the audio on another sexual explicit video. The videos were admitted into evidence under seal during Yatta's testimony. They were originally recorded between 2012 and 2014 and were recovered from the Frank Black user profile. All right, that's the name Diddy used to use, Frank Black. According to previous testimony on a laptop that Cassie turned over to the government, the prosecutor said. So they were watching a bunch of freak videos. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, the lady I talked about earlier, right? The lady I talked about earlier that received immunity, she just testified inside the courtroom right there. She just testified. I told you she was going to grant immunity. She was going to talk about how Diddy. Now, this lady was Cassie Ventura's friend. She was going to testify. Well, she testified. And I told you that she was going to testify about Diddy dangling her off of a balcony, right? And he got angry at her. So let's see what she testified. Hit the like button, guys. Hit that like button. Witness Briana O'Garland takes the stand, okay? And she was being questioned by the prosecutors, okay? All right. Briana testifies Combs held her over a 17-story balcony in 2016. Now, guys, why would Sean Diddy Combs do that? Like I said, that is Suge Knight tactics. Allegedly, Suge Knight did that to Vanilla Ice back in the days. All right, she's testified in that courtroom. I was held over a 17-story balcony. She said Diddy Combs threw her onto the balcony furniture. Briana testified she sustained injuries from the altercation. Okay, I had bruises. I had a bruise on my back. All right, I had bruise on the back of my leg and back and neck pain. Okay? Briana also said, I have night terrors and paranoia, and I scream in my sleep at times. Hit the like button, guys. So, more alleged violence, courtesy of Sean Puff Daddy Combs, in front of that jury of 12. CT Belicia is in the building. Imagine how much worse Diddy will be if he beats this case. I don't know. Maybe he should use his passport and go to Indonesia, because they can still bring state charges if they want. I would think, or he's gonna be hit with a ton of lawsuits. He could do like Russell Simmons and break out. But will he still be a menace after, if he beats the case? Will he be stupid enough to still be threatening witnesses and doing criminal stuff, intimidating? Will he be stupid enough to do that? But you never know. I mean, people do go back to their crimes after getting released, after beating cases.
See you guys.
Let's see. Let's see what else she testified. Briana testified she was hesitant to meet Sean Diddy Combs after seeing Cassie's black eye. Remember, this is Cassie's friend. Diddy will become a passive process panting. All right, Briana says she described Cassie Ventura as one of her close friends and said they are still friends till this day. All right. She said she and Ventura worked together at a streetwear company called Diamond Supply Company around 2014, 2015, and that's when they became friends. Briana said Cassie was in a relationship with Sean Diddy Combs when she first met her, but she didn't meet Combs until about a year later. I wasn't really fond of what I was seeing, so I wasn't really wanting to meet Sean Diddy Combs, Briana said. She said she had seen Cassie with a black eye before and had seen her upset while on the phone with Sean Diddy Combs. Cassie said she finally agreed to meet Combs after Ventura begged her to. Okay, hit the like button, guys. We are bringing you testimony from inside that courtroom. Briana testifying that Sean Diddy Combs hung her over a balcony for whatever reason. I don't know why exactly, but he did. I guess we're going to get into why he did that. We'll see. Cassie's friend, Briana, recounts 2016 shopping trip. Briana is testifying about a 2016 shopping trip she went on with Cassie Ventura, who was dating Sean Diddy Combs at the time. Briana said Combs sent Cassie a list of all the places the two women had been that day, even though neither of them told him where they were. She said they went back to his apartment shortly after receiving the list, okay? Cassie's friend recalls seeing her with a black eye before movie premiere. All right, she said Cassie was trying to hide her black eye during a movie premiere in 2016 of The Perfect Match. I remember saying, I'm sorry. Briana said she also saw bruises on Cassie at other times. Briana also recounts arguments between Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie at her 29th birthday party. Briana, a friend of Cassie Ventura, recorded an incident during Cassie's 29th birthday party at Blind Dragon Club in West Hollywood. She said Diddy Combs and Ventura seemed to be getting along early in the night, but then they started fighting. Okay. Briana also added that Cassie Combs and his security guards were off on their own, and Cassie seemed upset. After leaving the Blind Dragon, Briana said she went back to Cassie's apartment with her and Deontay Nash, a celebrity stylist. She said Cassie packed a bag before she left.
Some diversity.
Briana said she didn't know where Cassie went. Okay, so it's a lot of Cassie testimony about getting beat down. Of course, we know that. I want to know, why did Diddy allege hung Briana over the balcony? That's what I want to know. All right. Briana also records an incident where Combs threw a knife at Cassie, who threw it back at him. Briana testified she frequently stayed at Cassie's apartment. She said Diddy Combs would regularly come over in the middle of the night, banging on the door. Sometimes Cassie seemed surprised by his late night visits, Briana said, while other times it just seemed like it was normal. One incident stood out, though she could not recall when it happened. She was asleep in Cassie's apartment when she was awakened by banging at the door. Puff was banging on the door. Cassie, who was in her bedroom, came out into the main room in response. Briana recorded that Sean Diddy Combs was then inside the apartment. I just remember seeing a knife get thrown in her direction, she said. Sean Diddy Combs was standing by the entry door when he threw the knife at Cassie, who was standing close to him. Briana testified Cassie threw the knife back at Combs, but did not hit him. Combs left after that. Okay. Briana said she does not remember if she and Cassie used drugs that night. She did not call the police about the incident, saying, I was just scared of Puff Daddy. All right. Killer Bro says Cassie's friend testified for what again? She's commenting on an abusive relationship. Where is the Rico? Says Killer Brand. Killer Brand says free Diddy. Hit the like button. Anybody new to the channel, gotta hit that like button. We are reading testimony that came out from inside the courtroom, live at the Diddy trial right now. The jury wasn't sequestered. They go home every day, one night. One might be lucky and find a few millions under their bed. So you're saying Diddy might try to pay off one of the jurors somehow by them finding some money underneath their bed somehow. A la Sammy the Bull Gravano back in the 80s during the, y'all guys know the mafia takedown of Johnny trying to take down the mafia in the 80s. And they paid off the jurors, made them an offer they could not refuse. And that's how John Gotti became the Dapper Don, beating the charges. baby oil delivery van. Okay, let's go on. Let's see. Hit the like button. Anybody new to the channel? Live in front of the Diddy courthouse. Many people are out here right now. All right, now here is some drug use. Cassie Ventura's friend, Briana, said Sean Diddy Combs gave her drugs a few times. She said she has seen Combs use marijuana, ketamine, and coke. All right, Briana testified she and her friend Cassie would do drugs together weekly. She said she and Cassie would try at times to get sober because we wanted to do better. The two friends would try to cook together instead of using drugs, but those periods would never last, she testified. Okay, so they became addicts. All right, now let's see, Briana. Why did she get hung over a balcony by Diddy? Briana says, by the time Sean Diddy Combs threatened her while she and Cassie Ventura were doing a photo shoot on the beach in early 2016. He came up really close to my face and said something around the lines of, "I'm the devil and I could kill you," Briana said. She didn't know what prompted Sean Diddy Combs to say that to her, and she said Combs had never said anything like that to her before. Briana said she couldn't tell if Combs was high. She said that she was probably taking coke that day. I was terrified, but because of the drug I was taking, I had a little confidence and brushed it off, she said. Assistant U.S. Attorney Madison Smizer asked why Briana continued to see Combs after that incident. She said, honestly, I don't know, Briana said. And that's where we are right now. They went to break. I want to know, let me try to dig deeper. I want to know why Diddy, I didn't see an update right here. Why Diddy hung her allegedly over the balcony? I'm going to get that for you guys. I'm quite sure they did a follow-up question on that. Because that's important. Why would he hang her over the balcony a la Suge Knight, what he allegedly did to Vanilla Ice? You know? Why would he do such a thing to her? What if she would have slipped out of his hands and fell to her death? Let me see. I'm going to try to find an update. See if I can find an update on why he would do that to her. Desmond is in the building. Salute, Desmond. Hit that like button, though, guys. Hit that like button. Anybody new to the channel? Did Cassie also testify that she was a virgin before she met him? And how she gave out turkeys to the homeless on Thanksgiving, and how she prayed in church 3 times for Rick, says Desmond. I don't know about the whole virgin part. I don't know if she testified about that and about the turkeys. I can't tell you for sure. Maybe she did. I can't tell you though. Come on, bro. Don't spam the chat like this. Come on, bro. You're just gonna get yourself you know, all you had to do is post that once, bro. I would have let it fly. But now we're gonna have to ban you. You spamming the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why guys come in my chat doing nonsense thinking they're not gonna get banned. Now you can't spam the chat with that nonsense, bro. So I let you get away with one. You know, you post what you need to post. You wanna get the word out. But you spamming it 10 times like Raze, not gonna ban your ass. That like button though, guys. I don't get people in the chat sometimes. Random people. What's random people? What am I gonna do? What am I going? You get random people popping up in here, and I don't know. You know, we are bringing in a new audience, new people are tuning into the live Raze. Taking a break from the travel sector for at least a couple of hours, and bringing you live coverage of the Diddy trial, the trial of the century. Now I'm trying to see why Diddy hung this girl Briana over the balcony. Trying to see. Why would he do such a thing? CTG police, you mind me up. You need troll. You need troll mod. The crowd favorite.
He was a good guest.
All right, CTG, you've been around. Now you don't gotta delete them for small stuff. Like I said, they post one thing or whatever. You can, but when they start spamming, you know what I'm saying? CTT police, you know that's when they get out of line. CTG, you know what I'm saying? That's when they get out of line. I didn't even see the option to mod you up right here. I'm on my phone. Let me see. I'm trying to see the option to mod you up, but there's no option right now to mod you up. I don't know why, but I am on my phone, so I'm gonna have to do it because I'm gonna do another live from out here. So in between my live streams, I'll mod you up, CTD Police. I got you, but it's not giving me the option to mod you up on my phone, my cell phone right now. Now I'm trying to find out why Diddy Combs. This is big. Why he held this lady Briana over the balcony. Yeah, just saying that Sean Combs dangled her off a 17th floor balcony in Ventura's presence and Cassie's presence, and her testimony has been anticipated. Now, why? Why did he do that, though? I'm trying to look for the details of why did he dangle her off the 17th floor balcony. I'm quite sure the prosecutors asked her why he would hang her off the balcony. Or the prosecutor just left it at that. They didn't even get into details. They just like that testimony being inside the jury's head. Maybe Brian Steele was going to cross-examine. When he cross-examines, he'll ask her the question, why did he dangled her? Why she says that, I guess. Or maybe he just might let it go and not bring it up again. I don't know. Yeah, guys believe that Diddy's defense team would bring that up, that Diddy dangled her, or he'll just let it go and hopefully the jury forget about that. Let me see. Let me try to go to let me go to another source to see if I can get that transcript of why why he would do that. Salute Roxy, never mind up people begging for it. Nah, well, CTD Police, you always been around. CTD been around. He donates. You know what I'm saying? CTD Police is cool. I can mod up far worse people than CTD Police. You know what I'm saying? CTD Police is always around, man. He's always around. You know what I mean? What does Mitch say? Raze Schroeder's been knocking him dead at Cleveland's practices. He's getting rave reviews. You've been following. You talking about Dion's son? No. All right, Desmond. I'm gonna start following that. I'm gonna hope he does well. I'm trying to find out why Diddy dangled this girl over the 17th story balcony. That's what I need to know.
I'm looking for Miss Knockout.
All right, they're back in the courtroom right now, so they're about to continue with the testimony. But I'm trying to find out why he dangled her, allegedly. Supposedly, the Jane Doe witness that was supposed to testify, she's not going to be testifying today. So the Jane Doe person that's going to talk about, I guess, abuse and this and that to her herself, she won't be testifying today. But I still want to need. I want to see what happened with Briana, why she was hung over a balcony. Oh, I know why y'all here. Look, baby on. Yeah, exactly. The baby oil is the baby oil, guys, is the reason people here. See everybody, driving by, got the cameras out, all because of what? The oil, the baby oil, guys. Hit the like button. Hit that like button, the baby oil. The baby oil, guys. Yeah, guys, I can't find why Diddy would hang that lady. I'm looking for the transcript. I don't see it. Yes, that's it. You see that? You see across the street? You see those tents across the street? All of those is news stations across the street. All those cameras underneath those tents, they be camped out overnight. All those tents across the street. I definitely see ABC van. They be out here. Yes, all those tents across the street. I'm gonna look over there a little later on. You can see I did it in the past few lives. They are all here. They're all here. They all have a representative that goes inside that courtroom also. Hit the like button. Anybody new to the channel, watching live coverage of the Diddy trial. You're getting to see the atmosphere. A lot of other content creators out here. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Hit that like button. Yes, Jane Doe, the person that was supposed to be testifying this week, she is unlikely to testify today. Prosecutor said. Prosecutor Maureen Comey said she thinks it's unlikely that Jane will testify today. She said they intend to call Enrique Santos after Briana's testimony ends, but said his testimony should be brief. Now, Jane is one of Sean Diddy Combs' accusers who is using a fake name during this trial. Okay. Now, I don't know who is Enrique Santos. Let me see who is Enrique Santos. Now, Briana is resuming her testimony right now as you speak. But let me see who's going to be testifying next. Enrique Santos. Enrique Santos. Enrique Santos. Who is that? And is he granted immunity too? Enrique Santos. Like I said, the lady in the stand now has been granted immunity. So she is, spilling the beans. Desmond says, hanging someone out a window would be evidence of Rico, I think. Well, it's evidence of pure violence. That's for sure. I'm just trying to find. I don't know why he did it. I'm not seeing transcripts of follow-up question or anything like that. She said, "Diddy? Why she think Diddy did it? Hung her outside the window like that." Yeah, Chris J. I did hear about the meet and greet in the zoo. Got canceled due to low attendance. Oh, it did? It got canceled? So NYC The Future? Shout out to NYC The Future, my guy, NYC The Future. Online Nation. They canceled it? Oh, man. So he's not going to the zoo. Is NYC The Future still going to the zoo, Chris J? He's still going to go for Lucy anyway? He don't need y'all guys. He just need Lucy. All right, Enrique Santos is a iHeart Radio radio personality. Okay, let's see what this says from Sportspedia. All right, Sportspedia is iHeart Latino. All right, iHeart Latinos. Enrique Santos expected to testify in Diddy's trial. Radio president reacts to reports. All right. I don't know what Enrique is going to say, but he will be. He is from iHeart Radio. Now, Enrique Santos, whose relationship with Diddy is currently unknown, the witnesses expected to take the stand this week. All right, so they're not really. We don't really know exactly what Enrique Santos, a personality from iHeart Radio's relationship is with Diddy. So that's going to be interesting to see what questions arise. What's his connection with Diddy? So that might be something big right there for the jurors. The unknown. You don't know. Let me see if I can find something. Like I said, right now, as we speak inside the courtroom, Briana is still testifying under immunity. that Diddy hung her outside of a 17th floor window balcony, and for the life of me, I don't know why he would do such a thing. Let me see if ABC has some information on Enrique and why he will be testifying. If they have any information on his relationship with Diddy. How many days or weeks has this trial been? This is the 16th day. About 2 weeks. They're looking at about July, around July 4th to finish this trial. About another week and a half for the prosecutors to bring up their witnesses. And then the defense got to make their case and then bring up their witnesses. And then it goes to the jury. Contact Alexander Movie says, Diddy coming home. F what y'all heard. Sharice says, hey, shout out to you. Sharice, good to see you. Hit that like button. Who is this Enrique that's going to be testifying? I mean, he is a radio personality, but what connection does he have? I guess we're just gonna have to wait for the testimony, right? We're just gonna have to wait for the testimony because I can't find anything. Telling us his connection to Diddy. Is he coming home today or tomorrow? Well, no. Only way he comes home today and tomorrow is if it's Trump. If Trump says, "Hey, I wanted some headlines," I'm going to pardon Diddy right now. Trump can pardon Diddy right now. Technically, guys, y'all guys don't believe it, but the presidential pardon powers that the president has, he can pardon Diddy right now if he wanted to say, this trial over. It's crazy. People don't believe me, but he can. If y'all research it, Google it, Trump can pardon Diddy right now and end this trial. You can give like in the case of Dr. Fauci, he got a preemptive pardon from Joe Biden. Trump can end this right now if he wanted to. If he wanted to just, if he wanted to steal all the headlines, but he's not going to do that. Yeah, Trump pardoned a lot of people already this year, including Larry Hoover. All right, let's see what's going on inside the courtroom with Briana, who said that she was dangled. 17th floor balcony. Why did he do such a thing? He seems like such a nice guy. All right, this is the prosecutor. All right, all right. Briana says, Mr. Combs came up behind me on the balcony. He lifted me up and put me on the railing. Okay. Prosecutor, can you show us how he held you? Briana says, to myself, ? Prosecutor, show us. How much did you weigh? Prosecutor, I can't say because of the drugs, but about 115 pounds. Now they have gotten into the details of her being held on that balcony, 17th floor. Prosecutor, what did Mr. Combs scream at you? Briana, he yelled, "You know what the F you did?" I said back, "I don't know what the F I did." Prosecutor, how long did he hold you there? Briana says, how long it takes to say that multiple times, you know what the blank you did. Okay, so now we get into the details of why Diddy held allegedly Briana above a 17th floor balcony, threatening to kill her. So we're going to get into details of why Diddy was so mad. He just kept saying, you know what the F you did. We're going to see what the F she did in his testimony. As we continue to get updates from inside this building right next to us, federal court building. Diddy trial. Like I said, the jury is sitting here listening to all of this testimony. Cerise says, oh, wow. Reading book says, hard on the family. They got money. I don't feel for them. They're not going hungry in America. Angie says, just lock him up and forget about the case. He is a criminal. No one told him to. He just got caught up. He should have left the state where he had the chance, just like others, says Angie P. Y'all guys agree with Angie P? Should not only have he left the state, he should have maybe left the country and joined Russell Simmons out there inside Bali, Indonesia, where there's no extradition treaty with the US of A. Hindsight is 2020 though. Hindsight is 2020. He could have taken his baby oil with him. And had fun with some of those Indonesians out there abroad in Asia. All about the baby oil, right? All about the baby oil. I know. Let's see why Diddy was hanging this lady abroad over this 17th floor balcony, guys. I'm waiting for an update from inside that courtroom. Why would Diddy do such a thing? Diddy seemed like such a nice guy. Why would he hang a female over the 17th balcony, 17th floor balcony? Why would he do such a thing? Matt Diaz says, all you them dudes. Oh, no, you said all of them, not all you. Okay. All them dudes. A Cosby back rub. What's going on over there? Who's that? All right. All right, another car's pulling up. Let's see. Let's go over there. Let's see. Let's see what's coming out of that van over there, guys. Van is pulling up. Let's see what's coming out of that van. Let's see who's coming out this van. Who is this guy coming out this van? They enter the courtroom right now, live trial. Who is entering? Who is coming out there? The lights up. Oh my guy. Yo, shout out to Trace. Yo, come out here to the top. Yo, Trace, salute you. You know, shout out to you, man. Talk about here, chop it up, go to the little fighting town. There's some Pickering fish fight, some wonton soup. One of these things. Why did Diddy I don't know, Mike. I'm wrong. Who is exiting today, guys? Lights up. Bill Cosby was railroaded, trying to get bigger in the system, but been up there for them. They would have no longer been in control, said reading. All right, so they're about to bring whoever is out. Who is this? That Diddy's son? Right, Diddy's son right there. And the mother, Diddy's mother. Diddy's, no, who is that? No, that's not Diddy's mom. Who is that? That's not Diddy's mom. Oh, okay, okay. So it is Diddy's mom. That's Diddy's mom? That's Diddy's mom. All right. And son, right there. Diddy's mom, right? And son. Diddy's mom and son right there. All right. Right, to see Diddy's mom and son into the courtroom live in the Diddy trial. That's the media presence across the street right there, all them tents right there. Trial of the century. So trying to confirm is that Diddy's mother entered Diddy's son to show support. Always, all right, let me see who else is in the building right now. That's Diddy's family in the van. Yes, that was the mother and son. Mother and son. All right, let's see what's going on in that courtroom. We were hearing testimony of why Diddy was hanging Briana over the balcony on the 17th floor. This is wild, man. This is wild. Diabolical. Water balloons filled with baby oil. And a little bit. SCY Diddy thing. Hit that like button. Y'all can hear me? She said after that, she was scared. She called the yes, Diddy, the Diddy trial. Yes, this is the Diddy trial. Oh my God, I told this Diddy trial. All right. I called one of my managers and they said, if you're scared of anything else, just go to the chiropractor. What? Prosecutor, did you tell the chiropractor who done it to you? Briana says, no, they asked, but I just paid and took the neck brace. So she said she hurt her back, she hurt her neck. Prosecutor, is the neck brace in this photo of you? Briana says, yes. Prosecutor, did you ever talk with Combs after this or about this incident? Briana says, I said, I don't want any problems with you. He didn't say anything. Prosecutor, when did you last see them? January 2nd, 2018, she said. So Diddy allegedly held her over the balcony, cursing her out, saying, you know what the F you did? You know what the F you did? Now I'm not getting, I don't see any details of what he said that she did yet. We'll see. I'm gonna see a couple more updates. Y'all can hear me, right? Sound not going in and out anymore, right? All right, prosecutor, how do you remember? Briana says, I tattooed the date on myself. So she tattooed the date of the incident on herself. But let's see if that tattoo is still on. Yo, this case get weirder. Yo, this case just continues to get more and more weird. She tattooed the date of the alleged incident, the date that Diddy assaulted her. Okay. So she remembered by tattooing the date on herself. The prosecutor says, why? Why did you do such a thing? Briana says, it's the day I decided to get sober. It was a New Year's thing in Miami at the one hotel. Puff, Cassie, and I did 8 hours of ketamine together. Wow. So they were really inside, they were really doing that, they were getting high like no one's business for 8 hours getting high. Man. Man, oh man. Guys want to create live streams like this, use the StreamYard. Hit that link right there and you get $10 off StreamYard. Live from the Diddy trial. All right. The lights up. So Briana testified that she tattooed the date of the abuse because that's the date she decided to get clean and get sober. Prosecutor, are you aware Cassie included? All right, are you aware Cassie included the balcony incident in her complaint? Briana, yes, I told her she had facts wrong. It wasn't in a hotel in Tiffany. Prosecutor, have you talked with Cassie about your testimony or hers? Prosecutor, all right. Have you talked with Cassie about your testimony or hers? No, I have nightmares. I scream. Okay, so she's claiming she have nightmares and that she screamed. How is the jury taking all of this in, guys? Is the jury disgusted? Do the jury care? I don't know. Quite sure they do, maybe. All 12 jurors don't think alike. You might have one juror that might just want to be different. Say, I don't believe any of this. Shout out to you, Desmond. You can still hear me, right, Desmond? You see it, G? You see any famous people yet, Desmond X? Yes, well, I don't know if you want to say Gene Deal. Gene Deal with his former security. He's been on social media for years, going in on Diddy. I seen him. I seen I seen other YouTubers like Tisa Tells and Attorney Simone, people like that. Nobody like a J Lo or anybody like huge, anything like that. I haven't seen P Diddy himself, you know. Now, one of these days, I'm gonna just go ahead and get inside the courtroom. I'll come here early around 6 o'clock, line to get in. I know once the verdict, when that verdict is about to be read, it's gonna be hard to get in. But when that verdict is about to be read, man, it is gonna be very, very hard to get inside that courtroom. In or the observation room, you got an observation where you can hear the trial, but you can hear the case, but you can't see it. They got a couple of rooms for that. But right now, I like being outside because I like to be able to go live. When you're inside, there's no cameras allowed inside, you know what I'm saying? So. No, I'm not the greatest at all, Rico, but I thank you for your compliment, but I'm not the greatest at all. I'm not even pretending to be or trying to be. I mean, I'm just trying to just be here and give y'all raw footage of what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? And keep it in layman's terms for you guys. I am no court expert. I am no legal expert at all. I'm just trying to give y'all common sense knowledge of what's going on in that court building behind us. And putting everything out there, all the facts out there. Yeah, that was it was on the floor. It was on the ground. Yeah. Yeah. So I said, let me leave it right there. So if you come back, Thank you. Yeah. You smart. Because if you sat there and if it went missing, they would have been accusing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So they saying Cassie knew about the balcony incident. Did he just say, you know what the F you did? I want to know what the F she did for him to hang her over the balcony. Briana, the person that got immunity, that the fifth got immunity. Yeah, she got that immunity. So she's saying, yo, I was held over a balcony. Remember Suge Knight allegedly did the Vanilla Ice, held him over the back balcony. I believe, allegedly. But did he just say, you know what the F you did? You know what the F you did? What did she do for you to do that, did he? Trying to find out right now. Let me see. Yeah, because you can find out, what's going on in real time in there, Uh-huh. Right. Right. And what channel? What channel you on? Salute. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think you was explaining that before. Yeah. Yeah, you're suspending him. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you on my chat. You guy at the Diddy trial. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, guys. We got something else coming from it. All right. 2 minutes ago, prosecutor asked, did your first lawyer send demand letters to Mr. Combs? Briana says, multiple, and the demand was high. He picked it. Prosecutor, did you approve the letters? Briana says, no, they were incorrect. I let him go. Prosecutor, who? Tyrone Blackburn, saying so she let her lawyer go because he got the letters wrong or something. Prosecutor, did people reach out to you? Briana says, Tiffany and Cassie, the producer Rob Holiday. Prosecutor, was he friends with Mr. Combs? Briana says, yes. Prosecutor.
Yeah.
Oh, no. All right. Diddy's lawyer stepped in and say, hey, maybe have a sidebar. And judge says, we may. Okay. I wanted to get to the bottom of why Diddy actually was saying, you know what the F he did, and hung her over the 17th floor balcony. They never really explained exactly that. They just saying, hey, you know what the F he did. You know what the F he did. It was holding her over the balcony. It had been drugs, you know, maybe. That's what happens, y'all guys. When people do drugs, guys, you know, you do weird and irrational stuff. A lot of times violent stuff, you know what I mean? And, you know, you start flipping out on people. Yeah. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, says Anonymous. Shout out to you, Anonymous. I'm live inside. If you are new here, yeah, anybody new? All the new subscribers that have been coming through, subscribe to the channel. All the new viewers that are coming through. I think all y'all new subscribers that have been coming in since we started coming out here to the courthouse. Raise, we are live. We are live. Where's Tisa Tells? I haven't seen Tisa Tells is around somewhere. Yeah. She was live early this morning. Yeah, so she over there with the bodyguard. She said my name yesterday. The people in my chat went over to her chat, talk about Raze, got you on his live and this and that. So she was like, who? Raze? Who is he? Where's he? You know. Anonymous says he probably thought she stole something. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, Anonymous. Yeah, it's like, wow. You know what the F you did. He thinks she stole money. You know, now they had a sidebar because Diddy's team called for a sidebar, so they doing a sidebar. Let me see if they started talking again. Like I said, they got this Enrique guy from iHeartRadio is going to be testifying next after her. Nobody knows the connection between the Enrique guy, Enrique Garcia, and Diddy. So no telling what he's going to say. Will he plead the fifth? Will he get immunity? Why is he testifying? Show up at 5 a.m. Razor. You can actually go inside the courtroom, says CTT Police. Yes, you're right. I'll be on the line with Tisa Tells and all everybody else trying to get in here. But I got to get here very, very early to go inside and get like a pass or whatever. I could go in and out, you know, during breaks and stuff, which people do. But I had to get very early. It's first come, first serve. God bless Donald Trump, best president of our lifetime, says Kana. Mike Oxman says Trump. So some Trump fans in the building. Will Trump pardon Diddy if convicted? Alive inside. Are you going to get an exclusive Tisa interview today? You got the guns out today. Perfect timing. Hey, I don't know. They've been trying to cock block me. The trolls in the chat going over there, trolling. You know, telling Tisa Tells Raze is streaming her. She was like, Raze, where is he? That was funny. That was a funny moment though. But yeah, I plan on talking to Tisa Tell. She said hi to me. She waved to me. Well, did she wave? Actually, well, I'm going to get on her live one day. I'm going to get on her live one day. I'm going to just say that. I'm going to get on her live one day. She's always here. She's always outside. So yeah, one day I'm going to go on her live and give my opinion on the Diddy trial. Now, obviously, she wants Diddy buried. She has always been against Diddy. So she wants him buried, along with like a lot of other people, right? Of course, we got the free Diddy people, such as Ray J. Matter of fact, since I said that, let me throw up the Ray J. Anybody just watching, coming in now, Ray J had this to say, as you guys know, the other day. He says, free Diddy because this was overreaching by the government and he probably should have been charged with something else. Here is Ray J. Once again, hit the like button, anybody new to the channel, and subscribe to the channel. Razor Rays, live from Diddy courthouse, downtown Manhattan.
I feel like it's becoming a circus act for stuff that doesn't make any sense for what Diddy's being charged for. I mean, there's a lot of bad things happening, and we all agree with that. But a Rico, racketeering, sex trafficking, like I've been with Diddy a long time. And if I haven't seen any of these kind of heinous acts happening, then where was I when it was happening? If you told me that the Kardashians was being charged for racketeering, I might believe it. But Diddy, sex trafficking, and all these other extra things, like it's to me, knowing him, knowing the situation, being around with most of the people that's testifying, I just feel like there's somebody at the top who's making a statement, who's making a point. I'm sure Diddy got the point. Free Diddy, he got the point. He's chilling now.
That's not how it works.
I mean, man, I know I get it, but I'm just keeping it real. Like, it's not okay to throw something extra on a man when the charges could have been something totally different.
The charges could have been something totally different, as we covered this Diddy trial. Trying to get an update inside the courtroom. Did they stop the sidebar? Did they continue with the testimony? Hit that like button, guys. All right, from the Diddy trial, guys. Let me see. It's a beautiful day out here inside Manhattan. Nice sunny day. We are live. Let's see if anything else. All right, they still was at that sidebar, no updates. Let's see what CNN has to say about this so far. CNN.com. Let's see any updates from CNN. All right, CNN. Briana Golden testifies she still has nightmares. Okay, she has nightmares. Nightmares, guys. Nightmares. She still has nightmares. And paranoia about the balcony incident. Briana testified that she spoke to Cassie Ventura after Ventura filed her lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs in 2023. She told Cassie that there were a few details wrong about the balcony incident described in Cassie's lawsuit, such as it not happening in a hotel, and Cassie having the dates wrong. When asked if she experienced lasting effects from the incident with Combs, Briana whispered yes. Briana testified she experiences nightmares and a lot of paranoia. I used to scream a lot in my sleep, but it's dissipated a little bit. She said she didn't experience those things before the incident. All right. Briana hired a lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, in January 2024. Blackburn made a monetary demand to Sean Diddy Combs regarding the balcony incident. Briana testified that she fired Blackburn when she realized he had included incorrect information in the monetary demand paperwork. So that's where we are right now. Live at the Diddy trial. All right. Briana says Combs or one of his team FaceTime her a day or two after the balcony incident. Briana said Diddy Combs or one of his security guards FaceTime her a day or two after the incident on the balcony. I remember saying a couple of times, I don't want any problems with you, she testified. She said Combs didn't say much, but he kept putting his hands over his head and breathing and alternating, looking away from the camera and then looking back. Briana said she didn't report the incident on the balcony to police because she was scared. She said, and Combs saw each other after the incident and tried to be cool. So she did not report it to the police. Once again, another person who is saying, so, and you guys can believe her. I mean, you know, you can believe her. The jury might believe her. But another instance of one of these alleged victims not going to the police. That could be problematic in the eyes of the jury. Now, some jurors might believe her. Some jurors might not, you know. Now, these incidents of violence occurring from Diddy's victims are piling up, allegedly, right? So the jury is going to have to decide whether or not, you know, or all of these alleged victims lying about Diddy beating them up and assaulting and hanging off the balcony, or is one of them telling the truth? You know, like I said, I do not want to be in that jury. I would not want to be in that jury. Because, like I said, these victims have not reported these incidents to the police. But you know, except for the jurors. No, Briana, not Rihanna, Hot Wing. Broya, not Rihanna. Briana testified. Not Rihanna, not the singer Rihanna. Briana, Bree. Okay. I guess she would have nightmares if someone had you dangling from the 17th floor. Of course, Anonymous, yeah. Of course, Anonymous. Like I said, she tried to sue Diddy for that. But she fired the lawyer after the lawyer got the things wrong in the demand letter for the money. Sky says, that's good. I like her. Is Ray J part of Diddy's defense team? Now, real Ray J be called to testify on a. Now, after the testimony, well, after the prosecutors finish in about another week and a half, calling their witnesses, the defense is going to have to make their case for Diddy not being guilty and bring in any witnesses that are willing to testify on Diddy's behalf. So be on the lookout for that. That should be entertaining. Not guilty, cuzzo. One crime I see, and the statutes of limitations have passed. No Rico says cash money. Cash money says not guilty. Y'all agree with cash money? Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Everybody coming in. All your new faces I've seen over the past week and a half. Struggle says, yeah, I was just in the chat next to you and really don't recognize you, but I'm subscribed here too. Shout out to you, Struggle. Shout out to you. All right, you was in my guy chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. We chilling. Nice sunny day. We about to get some some wonton soup. We down there in Chinatown. We about to get some roast duck and some French fry. We're about to walk over there. So we're gonna take a break for this stream. We're gonna come back later on another stream in like an hour. Free Pup says Eldris Primus. Support the stream, super chat. Yeah, y'all can super chat, Cash App. Like I said, once again, thank you Stacks82 for that Cash App donation. $20 Cash App. I appreciate all your donations that come through. The Cash App is pinned at the top of the chat. Anybody want to support the stream live from the Diddy trial? I appreciate you guys. Going sideways, trying to see something. Hit the like button, guys. Let's see if they're back in the courtroom right now. Get the lights up. Let's let this live stream go viral. Hot wing, roast duck, $50. Well, I can get some deals for like 10, 12 bucks over here. In Chinatown for some roast duck. $12, you know, over in Chinatown. They got so many restaurants. You'll find a deal, one of these spots. Let me try to get another update before we end this stream and go to another stream in like another hour. Let me see if you got another update beside that courtroom on the girl, Briana. I'm gonna call her Bree because y'all keep thinking I'm saying Rihanna. I'm gonna just call her Bree. Who said that Diddy held her over that balcony. Let me see if there's any updates. What's your opinion on this case? I think it's gonna be a photo finish. I believe Diddy's team, they had a good 2 days of cross-examining Mia, who was alleged assault victim of Diddy. I think Diddy's team won for like 2 straight days, Friday and Monday. Brian still did a great job cross-examining the alleged victim. I think the prosecutors won yesterday, maybe proving Rico with the money exchange because of the bribery and the blackmail. Cassie's mother, the $100,000 bribe to get the video of the Cassie beatdown from the security guards. Maybe that's Rico. So I think the prosecutors had a great day yesterday. The jury is still out to be seen on who had the better day today because the defense they didn't cross-examine this person testifying yet. So I'm gonna come back live later on and have a new update of what's going on inside that courtroom. But let me see if any updates. All right, let's see. Prosecutor, how did you feel during the call? Bree says, I declined the offer. All right, what was the offer? Let me see what that offer was. All right, let me just read what they're saying. All right, I declined the offer. All right, so there was some type of offer. All right. So Sean Diddy Combs, after the incident of hanging her over the balcony, allegedly, FaceTimed her and I guess made some type of offer to her. Okay, let's see. Made an offer to Bree. How did you feel during the call? I declined the offer. Holmes, Westmoreland. All right, so Combs team says all right. So Combs team is not responsive right now. All right, judge says this is sustained. So there was a all right, so now that's why I'm getting forced up because there was an objection by Diddy's team after that question. How did you feel during the call with Diddy on the FaceTime after the incident of him holding you over the balcony? I declined the offer. Then Combs' lawyer says objection. Judge says sustained. Move on unless you are prepared to ask some of the foundational questions we discussed at sidebar. Prosecutor, did you talk with him again? Reese says no. Now they had another sidebar. stream. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to guys. I'm gonna let my battery. I'm gonna let my battery go ahead and charge up. Man, my phone got over, so I'm going to stream. So go ahead and I'm gonna come back live. Shout out to everybody. I'm Raze. I am out.